The 1965 United States 1 dime, 10-cent coin marks a pivotal moment in U.S. numismatic history. It was the first year that the dime was produced without any silver content, making it a crucial transitional coin. As part of the Roosevelt dime series, the 1965 dime reflects both economic and historical shifts in the mid-20th century, particularly as the U.S. moved away from precious metal coinage. Portrait. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Cynic, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. Liberty, arched along the left rim. In God We Trust, located beneath Roosevelt's chin. 1965, positioned at the lower right. Designer's initials JS for John Cynic are visible at the base of Roosevelt's neckline. This design was introduced in 1946, shortly after Roosevelt's death in 1945, as a tribute to his leadership and his association with the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. Reverse design back. Central imagery. A torch in the center, symbolizing liberty. An olive branch on the left, symbolizing peace. An oak branch on the right, symbolizing strength and independence. Inscriptions. United States of America, along the top rim. E pluribus unum, below the branches between the torch. 1 dime, along the bottom. The reverse, like the obverse, was also designed by John R. Cynic and has remained largely unchanged since its introduction. Transition to clad coinage. Why 1965 is important. The Coinage Act of 1965 fundamentally changed U.S. coin production. Pre-1965 dimes, 1946 to 1964, were made of 90% silver and 10% copper. Due to rising silver prices and hoarding by the public, the U.S. government faced a coin shortage in the early 1960s. The 1965 Coinage Act authorized the production of dimes using a clad composition. Outer layers, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Core, pure copper. The 1965 dime was the first to be issued with this clad composition, which continues to be used for dimes today. Mint marks in production. No mint mark. The 1965 dime does not have a mint mark, even if struck at Denver or San Francisco. This was done intentionally to discourage coin hoarding during the transition to clad coinage. Mint. All 1965 dimes were minted without identifying the origin mint, although production occurred in multiple facilities. Mintage and circulation. Total mintage. Approximately 1.65 billion, 1,652,140,570 dimes. This extremely high mintage makes it a common coin, easily found in circulation even today. Specification details composition clad, copper nickel over copper, weight 2.268 grams, diameter 17.91 mm, edge reeded, 118 reads. Designer John R. Cynic mint marks none by design. Special characteristics and errors. Though the 1965 dime is common, collectors seek. Some 1965 dimes were mistakenly struck on silver planchets from leftover 1964 silver blanks. These error coins are highly valuable and rare. A 1965 dime on a silver planchet will weigh about 2.5 grams instead of 2.268 g. Lack the copper coloring on the edge. Emit a higher pitch ring when dropped. Other errors. Off-center strikes. Double die errors. Clip planchets. Weak strikes less valuable. Historical context of 1965. The United States was amid significant change in 1965. Vietnam War escalation. Civil rights movement. President Lyndon B. Johnson pushing forward the Great Society programs. Rising inflation and economic shifts began impacting monetary policy. The coinage transition reflected a broader attempt to modernize the economy and reduce dependence on precious metals. Condition value USD, circulated face value 10 cents, uncirculated MS60, MS65, $0.25 to $1.50 plus brilliant uncirculated MS66 plus. $3 to $10 plus proof-like or error coins varies widely. 1965 silver planchet error $3, 000 to $15,000 plus. Note, all values depend on condition, authenticity, and demand. When collecting 1965 dimes, inspect the coin's edge. Copper edge confirms clad. Solid silver edge may indicate an error. Weighing the coin is an effective test for identifying a silver error. Preserve coins in non-PVC plastic holders to prevent tarnishing. For investment-grade examples, seek coins graded by PCGS or NGC. The 1965 Roosevelt dime marked a major shift in American coinage, symbolizing the end of silver in daily U.S. coinage, the beginning of a modern, cost-effective era in U.S. mint operations, the resilience of the Roosevelt design, which remains unchanged even today.